Before we begin, let us take a moment to bring our hands together in veneration. Infinitely merciful One, the magnificent One, fully enlightened One, fully awakened One, our Supreme Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay. How are you all today? Good? When I see your faces on this venue, it reminds me my good old days that I went to my Sunday school. I'm learning Dhamma from my teachers back then. You know, I went to Sunday school, that's Oma Hamdru was there. So, after all, things happened. You know what? I went to Royal College, Colombo. It's a prestigious college in Sri Lanka from grade 1. And my father and they always wanted me to become successful man, right? I always wanted to become a scientist. So that's how my journey started. My school ends, and then I was able to join Peradeniya University as a undergrad student. That's actually there I did a special degree like you do, honors. Who is doing honors here? Honors or undergrads? Give me a show of hands. Okay. Who's doing chemistry? Science? Molecular biology? Biotechnology? Okay. Biomedical sciences? What are others doing? Schooling? Okay. So I went to that big university and I graduated in 2013 and I joined as a research scientist in Peradeniya University, and I did research. I started my research career in there. You know what? I was not in robe that time. I was a layperson like you. So am I someone odd to you, or I'm coming from the same background, right? So what happened to me, then, the people that I associated, supervisors, they told me, okay, you have to start your journey and you have to do a PhD. Yes. You know what I did? I applied. Nothing. I didn't get any response from any supervisors, but I didn't give up. Why? I need to be a successful scientist. In order to become a successful scientist, you need to do what? A PhD, and you need to start a research career. Right? You need to start a research group, and that's all. So then, I got a PhD scholarship from Australian National University, and then I came here in Canberra and I started my research career with my then wife, She also did a PhD in analytical chemistry. And yes, I was quite happy and I was quite successful. That's your ambitions are, right? I was ambitious as you as well back then. Now also I'm ambitious, right? I have my life plan. I have my life goal. Do you have life goal? Huh? No life goal? What are your life goals? You can reply. What are your life goals? Yes?
Mine is to get into medicine.
Medicine. Who wants to become engineers? We have an engineer in this room. Who want to go to medicine? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is how I started my career, and then I completed my PhD in 2019, and then I joined as a postdoctoral fellow in the same university. So I'm not an extraordinary character, right? I was playful though back then, and I was having a fun life and drinking, not like you, right? You're good, I'm bad man. You know, one day a miracle happened. That is, when I after completing my research work, after around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So then we come home and then we usually watch YouTube. Hands up those who are doing something similar, right? Secretly. Okay. That day I stumbled across a talk on YouTube, and then that was from a monk, and it was 3 hours and 50 minutes, and I was like, ooh, 3 hours and 50 minutes, who is talking? What are you talking for 3 hours and 50 minutes? Then I showed to my back then wife, and we both started listening to that Dhamma talk. That was in Sinhalese, and you know what happened? That day, it completely changed my life upside down. I don't know what happened to that. I don't know what happened to me, but there's something changed in my life because I found the true meaning of my life. That's why when I ask you, what is your life goal? You have different goals, isn't it? Different goals. But don't you think time to time your goals keep changing? But my goal doesn't change right now. But back then, that goal was changing here and there. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have a problem, isn't it? You all have a problem that you feel suffering, you feel sadness, you feel annoyance, worry, fear. Tell me what last time, when did you get fear? Stress? Oh my God. Exams? You feel exams like your end of world, right? Tell me. Listening to Dhamma, when you're listening to Dhamma, you need to have active listening. What is active listening? What is active listening? Active listening is, you have to respond to preacher. Because I need you to do two things. One is be honest. You need to think about yourself. And always think that there's only two people exist in this room. Who are they? But there are many people here, isn't it? How can I think that there's only two people? There's only two persons. Who are they? You and me. So what we are going to do is, we are going to delve into your life. I came here to talk about something completely new. So in order to do that, in order to happen that miracle, I need you to be open-minded. This, you might feel something like Alice in Wonderland, going down the rabbit hole. Something that you are going to discover, something weird things. Because, listening to Dhamma talk means you need to have the perspective shift. It should shift your perspectives, isn't it? Listening to Dhamma talk means, why are you listening to Dhamma talk? Why did you come here? If I ask you, why did you come here? Because your parents ask you to come here? Oh, don't you have the problems in your life? Tell me. Are you always happy? Or you have roller coaster rides like fluctuations, ups and downs and ups and downs, and down. No ups, okay, up. Do you feel this roller coaster? Yes. So you do general science, right? You have learned some scientific, like science, when you're at school. What did you study? Tell me, what did you study?
We did biology,
Biology?
Dissecting, rats.
Rats, okay. Those who do engineering or mathematics or physics, chemistry. So I'm coming from chemistry background, right? I did biochemistry and biophysics for my PhD. That was about COVID-19 protease. The virus. I dealt with virus. And these days also I'm dealing with the virus. That virus is completely different to the virus that I was dealing with back then in 2020. This virus is infected with minds. That virus infected with what? Blood or cells or humans or body. This virus that I'm dealing with these days infected every living being. Even for you, even with you, it's there with you. You don't know that, right? Do you think that you have a virus in your mind? No, right? You feel like it's normal, right? Yeah. It's something very funny. When does a crazy man come to self-realize that he is crazy? Can it happen?
Maybe when you meet someone healthy, he's like, damn.
Yeah. Realization. That's why. In order to realize, you need to have someone to show you that you have a problem. For example, if you have a headache since you were born, will you be able to recognize that you have a headache? So you have a headache since you were born. It will be your norm, isn't it? The stress, anxiety, depression, all the mental health conditions that you have come across, and that all the people are suffering. It's only because of this virus being infected with the minds. When I come to realize that, there's another virus I have to deal with. Even I have that virus. So I started following a teacher who showed me how to kill that virus. That's how I ended up in this. I ended up in this robe. So if you can call me, for example, like when people ask me, are you a Buddhist monk? Then I'm saying, no, I'm not a Buddhist monk. Then who are you? I like if you can call me a scientist in a robe. How does that sound? Cool? Because still I'm dealing with science. but not in the outside. I don't mix things now. I don't grow bacteria now. Oh, I had enough of it. Every day growing bacteria to extract protein. That was my research. Mass spectrometry? Yes, I know. NMR? Yes, I know. Single cell sorting? Cell sorters? Okay, I know. Don't worry if you don't know. Yeah, right? So I had a lab because I have to go to that lab in order to do the experiment. But ladies and gentlemen, in this lab, you don't have to go anywhere. Because why? This lab is with you. Right now you have the lab. Do you agree? Because, do you have a mind or not? Are you using your mind or are you using your brain? What is the mind and what is the brain? You might be having these questions, aren't you? We are going to solve that problem. What is the brain and what is the mind? Brain, mind. Do you think Buddha came to this world to talk about brain? Back then there was a doctor called Jivaga. He knew about brain. You might heard these stories. Buddha came to this world to talk about the mind. That's why you have this lab. Right now you have that lab. Right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you how to kill that virus that you have in your laboratory. You have all the experiences that you had throughout your life, aren't you? You have experiences. You felt stress when you have an exam, right? You don't know how to come out of it. Sometimes you might be addicted to phone, gaming. Oh my God, I was a super gamer those days. I love. When first came Core i7, first generation, it was really, really expensive. And I had it. For why? To play games. Okay. I also had coffee addiction. Oh my God. I cannot live without a coffee. Every day I had 3 coffees at least. That is not good, isn't it? Huh? I was having coffee late night. Then I cannot sleep as well. But I was addicted to that. I didn't know that I was addicted. I feel like, I need to have a coffee. Okay, then go and have a coffee. Oh, I want to have a pizza. Let's go and have a pizza. Oh, I'm sad. Okay, why are you sad? Because that guy is scolding me. Okay, punch him. And argue with him. This is what I knew. And then, no, you have to be good student, right? You have to be good putta, huh? That's what your mom said. Then because of what? Okay, I want to be good. Okay, then I scold him. I'm not punching him. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you think me and you are same? But I have something different. The difference that between you and me, not because of the robe. This is just a piece of cloth. I have a bald hair. I don't have hair, right? No, that is not the difference. Difference is, I have a new way of looking at my life. A new perspective. Who found this? This guy. Who born to this world 2,500 years ago. He found that we all have been infected by this virus of ignorance. Our minds doesn't know what is the purpose of this mind. Do you know the purpose of your mind? Tell me. Do you know the purpose of your mind? You have no idea what you're doing, right? You feel things. It's like, don't you feel like this? It's like a monster lives in your mind, within your mind. right? Sometimes this monster appears and screaming and yelling and frightening you. Give me, right? That's why your car automatically turns to KFC, drive-through. Why? You feel that, I feel I'm hungry now. Okay, let's go. You're feeding this monster. When you feel this wanting, when you feel these desires, when desires strike in your mind, do you have any answer? What do? You have two options. When desires come to your mind, when desires strike into your mind, you have two options. What are the two options? Either you perform an action to calm down that desire. Wow! To give what he's asking. Isn't it? You give what he asks. Then you know what? This monster goes back to the den. It's like, hiding. And after that, after all, sometimes, right? Suddenly, oh my God, he comes back. You know what? Because of you feed him, now he grows bigger, better, stronger. Now you cannot tolerate now. What? You need again. Do you have this kind of right in your life? When you have wanting, when you have desires, when you give it to that, when you feed it, you still want it, right? Time to time it comes, and when it comes, you cannot tolerate, and you feed it, and as a result of that, what happens? Tell me. You are enjoying this ride. You cannot come out of that. Then what happens? It comes back again, and you feed it again, and because of that it goes back to them, and it comes back again. Oh my God, when are you going to stop this race? You cannot do that. Oh, the second option. What is the second option then? We have another option. That is to tolerate it. Okay, calm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, please go away. My desires go away. Right? You calm down. Do you think that will give answers? Tell me. No. Because at the end of the day, what happened? What? You still get the desire, even bigger, because why? Now you didn't feed him. Don't you think that you are enchanted by a spell? You have no options. You have no solution for this desires. You are in a maze. You know maze, the rat, and I remember back then I was doing something like that. It's an endless loop. You are born to a prison, but you don't know that it's a prison. I'm not frightening you. I'm going to give you the solution. I'm going to show you how this mind works. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am presenting the science of the mind. Right? Are we ready to analyze it? Are we ready to explore it? Are we ready to find it out? How do we feel things? Why these desires coming inside my mind and I don't know what to do? See, I'm a scientist, okay? I'm doing research, experiments, and then conclusions. Do you like to hear study about the mind in that way? Okay, let's try, Are we ready? Okay, who has the mind? You have the mind. Okay. Yeah, the pens. I love this audience. They are responding, sometimes not. Okay. Does this pen feel stress? No. Right? Are you sure? Yes. How do you know that this is a pen? Tell me, how do... Okay, this is marker, right? Okay, I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's why. That's why even... Am I talking to Martians? Right? Okay. What do you think? Is it a marker or not? Okay. Where does this feeling where does this perception happens? A pen or marker? In here or there? Inside your body, right? Inside your body, right? There's something where brain or whatever that you feel that there's a feeling, the sense is coming. Marker, right? It's not happening here, right? The carbon atoms, hydrogen, oxygen, fluorine, or whatever, the electrons, protons, neutrons, they don't feel anything. But the bunch of electron, proton, neutrons are there. You know, what are the components that your body made out of? Tell me, what are the components that your body made out of? Carbon. Basic elements, science lesson. Okay, this is the grade 6 lesson that you have. Remember? You studied this. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Then that means if you go deeper, you can say these are different arrangement of what? Electrons, protons, neutrons. This bunch of electrons, protons, neutrons start to experience what? Perceptions. Right? Okay, mind is there within you, right? Within this body, whatever the associating this body, not in here. Agree? Right? Okay. What are the components that mind is consisted with? You can say consciousness. You know, ideas, perspectives, memories, beliefs. So, mind feels. So, what mind feels? Mind feel like you feel what? A marker. That means inside your mind there's a perception arises. Right? The perception has influences because from the ideas, memories, perspectives and experiences that you have. That's how you know that this is a marker, isn't it? Because somebody told you. When you were young, somebody told you that this is a marker, right? Not this one, but similar things, they were marker, right? Somebody told you, isn't it? And because of that, now what happens? When this come to you, contact with your eyes, then what happens? You start to experience what? Marker. That's how it works, right? Otherwise you don't know. So that means, you know, the only instrument that works in this world with ideas are what? Is what? Mind. Right? Mind is working with the ideas. If you have wrong idea, then what happens? If mind has a wrong idea, then your perception will be wrong. Right? If mind has a correct idea, right, then perception will be correct. Agree? Right? For example, if I say, okay, you know that guy over there? You know that guy? The white guy? Don't talk to him. He's so nasty. He stole my purse. Right? One day, yes. He's stealing because I know him. That's why I'm telling you. Right? Honestly. Yeah, monk is telling this, right? So believe that. When I say like that, if you take that idea into your mind, when you encounter with that person, how do you feel? You start to experience what? Yes, I should be cautious from him. Why? How do you start to feel like that? Did he come and do something to you? No, he didn't do anything to you. Right? But your perception, influenced by what? The idea that I planted, indoctrinated. If you take that idea, then how you start to experience in the same way. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how, when you are looking at YouTube, when you are watching YouTube, social media, Instagram, Facebook. Still, are you using Facebook? That was my childhood. TikTok, Snapchat, yes. And are you watching TV? Not really, right? Netflix? Okay, Netflix. Do you get the advertisement in Netflix? No, right? Oh, no, they are putting advertisement inside the movie. Yes. When you are watching these things, you are getting ideas from different perspectives. Right? You are learning things. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine if all the human beings in the world has a wrong idea. Let's say there's an idea that is wrong, that is incorrect. If all the human beings in the world has this idea, then who will be there to help you to convert that idea to a right one? Will there be someone? No, right? Because everyone feels in the same way, isn't it?
The other question, when you say correct, a wrong idea or a right idea, what makes it wrong? What makes it right? Is it something that's morally, or is it just that it's not inconsistent with reality? Or
reality. That is yeah, that's good. I can see the faces. That is consistent with the reality, right? That is about the mind. If you have a wrong idea about your mind, then mind start to experience the perception according to that idea that you have. If all the human beings has the same idea, right, then you all will start to experience in the same way. As a result, let's say, because of this misperception, you can call it misperception, right? Or you can call it deception, right? Because of this misperception, the fear, grief, anger, what else? Stress, anxiety, depression arises. But nobody knows because of this happens. Everybody is trying to find solution for this. Okay, that means you are trying to solve the symptoms rather than tapping the problem, root cause. Do you agree? If everyone is trying to calm down stress, not to eradicate, because stress is normal. And normal. Imagine you are in a if there's a mental hospital, what do you call it? Pisangkotu in Sinhala. Right? Okay. When you go to the mental hospital, and if you ask, is there any crazy people here? They will say, oh yes. You know that people with lab coats? They are crazy. Don't talk to them. They are giving us tablets. We are having normal life. Don't talk to him. You know who is telling this? Crazy one, right? Because crazy one cannot identify that he has this disease. You all have this. I'm not telling that you are crazy, but you will find out whether you're crazy or not, huh? At the end of this session. Okay. Because of this problem, the root cause is lying here. But everybody feels that this is the problem. Now people are trying to find solution for this. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are trying to find solution for this, right, now you are treating to the symptoms, not to the root cause. Because you cannot see the root cause. Agree? Agree. I'm now going to unveil that misperception that you have. Right? Are we ready? Okay. Since you were born, you were running after things in the outside, right? Outside things, whatever. You're accumulating things towards you, right? Because outside, what you are perceiving is what is happening in the outside, right? Mind brings an idea, what is existing here, right? Right? There's something, and whatever the arrangement, a pen here, because of pen is here, that you feel the pen. Agree? Right? And you know that when you were a kid, if someone brought a special pen, with fancy pens, that people have, then you start to feel, that is nice. Okay, I need to ask my mom and give me such kind of pen to me as well. You feel like that. Agree? Okay. Similarly, right? You feel that things are happening in the outside, things are there in the outside, you are experiencing that world from the mind. Right? That's what you feel. Agree? Agree. Now tell me. Cheers? Okay. What do you have here? Some liquid. Okay? And there are pink molecules. Some sort of pink molecules are there, right? Isn't it? Pink or purple? Purple? Sorry. Maybe I am red blind. Color blind, right? Okay. Are we all agree that there's water with a purple, see, still I'm telling pink. Purple color pigments are here? That's what you feel, right? Everybody in this room? Parents? Do you feel like that? You don't agree. Okay, this is not alcohol, this is not grape juice, this is nothing, right? This is a pink molecule. Don't you feel that there? Pink is where? Here, right? Pink is coming from where? This is pink, right? Agree? So the pigments that are inside these water molecules, are pink. Sorry, purple. Why am I saying pink? Purple. Agree? Right. I'm going to do an experiment. You said water molecules are there, purple color molecules are there. Agree? Do you feel that this is purple? Do you feel that this is purple? Agree? Everybody in this room? Agree? Okay. Now I'm going to do the magic, abracadabra. Right. What is here? How do you know? This is absolute alcohol. Come on, this can be absolute alcohol. Isn't it? Vodka? Can it be? Yes. No. I'm not giving vodka. Right? Don't worry. I came here to talk about perception. Let's see. Okay. Now you have water molecules here. Agree? There's a magic portion inside here. And I'm going to do a magic. You know, when magicians, what they do like that, right? Yes. You know that they always keep things hiding? You know, can you see what I'm doing? Right? Because, yes, that's how it works. Magic is a magic when you don't know the logic. If you know the logic, then magic is not a magic. But still you can perceive the magic, but you know the logic. Because of that you don't have wow. Because you know the logic. What did I add? Okay. I added blue color pigment. That is, you know the food coloring. Your mom, when your mom is making cake, right? She adds this. This is something like methylene blue that we use in laboratory, right? Okay, there's a dye called blue color. Dye is here, along with what? Water molecules. Agree? Agree? You saw that I am adding blue color, right? Okay. Then, guess what is here? You can guess. A millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? Okay. I added red color pigment. Agree? You're about to change your perspectives about the world. About the world. Now, tell me what we have here. Red color pigments, water molecules. What do you have here? Blue color pigments, water molecules. What do you have here? Empty glass, right? Nothing. Right? See, that's how magicians are doing, right? You know, that they are saying nothing, right? So I'm putting what? Red color pigments along with water molecules to this glass. Right? And this blue color pigments with water molecules. What happens? You might feel, Bhante, I know that. Of course. Yes, I know. But now tell me, what are the ingredients here? Blue color pigments, red color pigments, water molecules. You said that before. There are purple color pigments here. But this is the same thing I recreated. Now you have to think, where's the purple color? Are you sure? Okay, I'm 100% sure that these molecules aren't react to each other. Right? There's no reaction. Like there's no chemical reaction happens with blue color pigment and red color pigment to bring purple color. Agree? Do you believe in chemistry? At least? Okay. Please, Okay. Right. Now, what do you have here? Blue color pigment, red color pigment, water molecules. What do you see? Purple. Where's the purple color then? How come this becomes purple? Tell me. You said purple is here, right? But you know 100% that there were three ingredients that there's 3 ingredients. What are they? Blue color pigment, red color pigment, water. That means, ladies and gentlemen, this is your perception. This is your perception. What? Purple. Your mind perceives this as purple, isn't it? But there's no red color. What is inside here? Red color, blue color, and water. But inside your mind, you start to experience what? Purple color. Agree or not? Agree? Ladies and gentlemen, here I am introducing cause and effect. Chocolate. Okay. Do you know hydrogen? Gas? Everybody in this room? Hydrogen is explosive, right? It's a gas. It's used as a fuel. And how about oxygen? It favors what? Explosion or the fire, combustion. Yes. And when these two guys mix together, then you have what? Always you have to balance the equations. Otherwise, Bande, that's not right. Okay, I balance the equation. You have two water molecules. What are the characters? Extinguish fire, right? But don't you have this hydrogen in here? The same oxygen is in here. But it has a completely different effect. Agree or not? That means when causes come together, right? When the causes are rearranging, it gives completely different effect. That is the water. Same hydrogen, same oxygen is here, right? But now different arrangement, isn't it? Because of the different arrangement, now different effect is manifesting. Where? In your whatever, not in mind, but this has different qualities, right? You know the effect of water cannot be found from hydrogen, isn't it? Effect of water cannot be found from oxygen as well. But when you mix these two together, then what happens? Completely different effect manifest. Don't you think this is also like that? Agree? Ladies and gentlemen, the color that you see is not in the outside. This is what you feel. What is the color of this? This is not blue. This is what you see. You feel that this is blue, right? This is blue, right? Okay. Now close one eye and shake your eyeball like this. Do it properly, huh? Close your one eye, shake your eyeball. Do you feel that blue color is, the world is shaking? Agree? Do you feel the world is shaking? Have you felt that? That means I didn't shake this. That means what you feel right now, is it coming from here or is it an effect because of the contribution of this light, eye, brain, heart and everything? Alice in Wonderland. Do you think? Might little bit weird. I need you to be concentrated in order to get this point. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever the material here and the light and your eye and your brain, heart all come together to manifest color within your mind. You know this pigment, whatever the thing here, it doesn't possess any colors. But this is contributing to generate colors in your mind. Your mind is a projector, not a camera. What you are doing is projecting what you feel towards the outside. Agree or not? What do you think? Any questions about that? I'll explain again. I'm doing it slowly because this takes time to get into your mind. You know what is here? The atoms. And you need light. Agree? And you need your eye. What else you need to perceive this? Do you feel marker? Do you see marker? In order to see marker, you need to see colors first, right? Agree? Because if this is blue in the background as well, then will you be able to recognize that it's marker? No. In order for perception to happen, then you should feel colors. You should see colors. Agree? Agree? You should perceive colors. Okay. Atoms, light, eye, and what else you need? You need your brain. Brain functioning has to be there. And your heart as well. If heart stops pounding, then what happens? Something switch off. You might feel like something happened. I don't know, where am I? Okay, then you are dead. Right? You need everything. How about, what do you have? Active AGL or in Victoria electricity? The company who provides electricity? Orange? Parents? Huh? You know the power plants? It has to function. Otherwise you won't see this. Right? Then we have to have candle lights here. Isn't it? Not only that, at this moment, right at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, earth has to tumble. Spin. And sun has to spin around, earth has to spin around the sun as well. All these causes are contributing to manifest this color in your mind. But you are saying, oh, the pen has the color. Are you correct or wrong? It's like this. When you pass out an exam, right? You go home and you say, Mom, I did the exam and I got 9. What is the ETA? You have this 90 or whatever. ETA. You know that people are trying to. What is that ETA? 99.95. That is the target. Can you get 100? See 100.0? No. 01? 100.01? Oh no. Why? 99.95. Okay. Then he said, okay, I got 99.9, let's say 4. 99.94. And your mom said, oh, my golden son. Again. My good puta. You have done well. They say like that, isn't it? But don't you think, in order to get this mark, your invigilator has to be there. The person who made the exam paper, the professor, who worked in the university, has to be there. Even your mom has to be there, otherwise you have to cook your food. Are you giving credits to all these people? Or you claim, it's me who did everything. What do you think? Think. Now you have to start thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wrong in our perception. We have a wrong idea in our perception. That is, we've started to experience this world in a different way. That we we have a feeling that we are able to do everything, isn't it? You are not giving credits. You are not giving credits to bus driver who took you to the school to do the exam. Agree? You know, see, you are so selfish. You only think about you. Because why? Even mind is doing the same thing. How about you then? Your mind is also doing the same thing. Mind is giving credit to where? Okay. This is the perception of color, right? Blue color. Agree? How does this blue color come to the mind? From the atoms. Not atoms. Whatever the shape that you have here. You can say atoms. See, you are saying that, right? What you observe is in here, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, what you observe is not in here. It's in your mind. You are experiencing the mind every day. It's like this. When I was studying, my mom always come to me and check whether I'm studying. When I'm doing A-levels. Your parents are doing something like that? Okay. You know what I was doing? Those days I had my room door back to my seat. Right? When he approached to the room, I know that because of the footstep, the sound, and I take the book and I am studying. And don't do this, because parents are there. So when mom goes back to the kitchen, what I do? I take my secret phone and I'm playing. Those days we had, the snake and ladder or whatever, not snake and ladder, the snake and eggs, that game. I still remember. And when he come back, when she comes back, what I do? I put the phone back to the pocket and then take the, according to her world, I was studying, isn't it? But what actually happens? I was playing game, right? Something similar is happening. Right now, you perceive blue color, right? It is not coming from here. It is manifesting in your mind. Now, you think the plane is still blue, but it is in the... Now you can't see. Still pen is blue, isn't it? That's what you feel. Oh, you see the same pen, isn't it? Do you see the same pen? No. Is it the same light rays coming to you? Okay, you see pen right now. Where does the perception happen? Here or there? Are we agree on that? Where does the mind arise? Here or there? You have to now analyze, See, this is the lab now. Where does the perception happen? Here or here? There. Okay, right? In order to happen, light rays has to come there. And whatever the arrangement should be there. And your eye should be there. Your brain should be there. Okay, agree? Okay, everything comes together and then you have this perception of a blue color. Agree? Right. Now what happens? One part is missing, now you don't feel it. Right? The perception stops. Now what happened? Now that part is now again came back, and because of that now you start to experience what? Blue color. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, each and every moment you feel this. It's not a one consciousness is there. It's not a one mind is there. Each and every moment, because of the light rays that hitting on your eyes, right, you start to experience this again and again and again. Actually, you can call this is penning. ing, penning, isn't it? This is penning. How about this sound? Do you hear this sound? What happened to the sound? Disappears? Where? Where? This sound manifests in your mind, right? When you hit the table, this sound manifests in your mind. And then what happened to that sound? The manifestation, the perception, it stops. Can you keep that with you? Can you keep it with you? No. It arises and passes each and every moment. See? When causes are there, it starts to manifest. And when the causes is missing, one cause is missing, what happened? The perception stops. Right? That means, ladies and gentlemen, your perception is not a fixed thing, it is a process. Agree or not? It is not a fixed thing. You can't see, you cannot keep it with you. You cannot keep this pen with you. That's why now you don't have it. Right? Now you have it. Now you don't have it. Because why? The perception is a process that happens when the causes are coming together.
Just a quick analogy. Something that really helped is like a flame, like a candle. So the flame, we always think it's a constant thing, like the flames in the future, we think they're the same. But actually, it's burning constantly. The new flames are rising. Yeah, so that flame is a constant, but actually it's the fuel being used up. So each fuel atom being burned up and burned up. But it seems like a constant flame, but actually it's just the combustion of many gas molecules or fuel over time. So it's a flux or change.
Exactly. This is, see, you have the example here. This is not a fixed thing, but this is manifesting again and again and again. You know, the color is not here. Color is also happens in where? In your mind. The flame is not yellow. This is emitting two types of energy. One is heat energy and the other one is what? Light energy. Your eye is receiving light energy, not yellow color. Got it? Got it? Your eye is receiving light energy. The people who do biology, right? I cannot explain everything at this venue, but when we talk, like when we have a discussion, I can explain that eye doesn't perceive color. Eye is what eye is doing. It receives the energy, light energy, and it triggers the nerves. Right? It's sending signals to your brain. Brain signals are not colors. These are what? Electric currents. Right? Agree? Okay. So, why I am telling all these things? Because I need you to understand this. Can you keep this sound? No. Can you keep this color that you perceive? Each and every moment it happens, right? That means it is not something fixed. It is not something continuous. It is not something that stays with you. Agree? Okay. Then, when you want a pizza, now I am going to apply this to real life problems. When you want a pizza, that mind that arises because of the thought come to you that I want a pizza, right? Is it going to stay with you? It passes on that moment. Tell me, it passes on that moment. When you go and have a pizza, that mind that arises when you're having a pizza, is it the same mind or is it a new mind? It's neither an old mind, but there's a connection. But it is not the mind that you want. Right? I can give an analogy like this. You start wanting a pizza and you go to pizzeria and you are bringing back and you are eating. right? When are you going to satisfy? When she starts to experience that she needs the pizza, she is going to pizzeria and he is bringing back and he is eating. Every day, every moment that she starts to experience, okay, I want a pizza, he is eating. She wants a pizza, he is eating. She wants a pizza, he is eating. When are you going to satisfy? Each and every moment, mind arises. And that sound is not there right now, right? It's a fresh moment. You have to understand this. Because of that, your life is not going to be satisfied with anything that you want. Because wanting mind is not the one that eating mind. When mind wants something, right? That means what? That's the mind that wants something. When mind arises with having something, that is a mind that having something. That mind doesn't want. When are you going to satisfy? Can you satisfy? No. That's why you feel what? Enough is not enough. This is the root cause of stress and anxiety. You feel stressed that without doing this exam, it's going to be hell. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing will happen. You know what? Queen and the pawn, after playing the game, goes back to the same box. Okay, you have an exam. Someone passed. He got good data and he did medicine. This is the exam, right? Someone passed the exam. Let's say two guys, One passed the exam, he went to medicine. And the other one, he did a PhD. Because that's it, right? That's what I think, The other one, he's a cleaner. Am I insulting these guys? No. There were three guys who sat for the same exam. At the end of the day, he's having a good life, and this one having a good life as well. This one also having a good life. Yeah, something hard. But do you think this one is having a good life? Doctors? No. Still mind feels what? Can mind be satisfied? Now you understood. Mind cannot be satisfied, right? So this guy's mind is also unsatisfied. This guy's mind is also unsatisfied. This guy's mind is also what? Unsatisfied. At the end of the day, when death comes, what happened to all these guys? They will be in the same Peretya world. This is the reality. How do you feel stress? You feel stress because you want this to happen. No. When you make courses, right courses, you can pass the exam. Being stressed doesn't bring you solution. You feel stressed because of what? You think that your life is going to be wonderful after passing this exam. Liar, carrot and the goat. You're running. Why? Carrot is hooked to your own body and it's in front of you now. You think what? If I run faster, then what happened? I would be able to grab it. Grass is always green on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality. First you have to understand the reality. Then you can achieve anything that in your life. That's why when you understand this, then you don't feel suffering. When you don't feel suffering, that brings the unconditional happiness that comes within. You don't have to run after happiness. What you have to do is understand the mind. Understand that you cannot be satisfied with anything that you do. When you understand that you cannot be satisfied with the things that you do, then you start to experience what? Now you are thinking about the rest of the world. Because now you have a job to help other people to understand in the same way, because other people are also infected with what? This virus. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Mending minds and healing hearts. That is the business. That mind is born to this world. That is what Buddha has discovered, ladies and gentlemen. That's why Buddha left his young life and went into robe and started to experience this unconditioned happiness. That's why I left my life, because I found a teacher who showed me this truth. See, purple is not in here. Cause and effect. Effect is not here. Effect is where? In your mind. When causes come together, effects manifest. When causes are not there, effect is not going to manifest. So can you keep that effect with you? Keep that effect with you. Can you keep it? No. How many songs have you listened so far to satisfy yourself? How many games that you played so far to satisfy yourself? How many coffees have you had so far to feel the pleasure? You know what? On that moment you feel something, something is happening. And then what happened? Ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand this truth. This is what we didn't understand. We never come across. We didn't come across this when we were born. Even your parents, and nobody knows this. Each and every moment has a different mind. But you feel what? Is it a fresh mind, or you feel what? Do you feel that continuous one character is living here? Don't you feel like that? You were listening to me, right? Now 1.5 hours, you were listening to me, right? I'm the same guy, and you are the same guy, right? Ladies and gentlemen, how about your molecular arrangement of the cells in your body? It keeps changing. Is it the same guy? Tell me. No. Is it the same light rays that coming to you? No. This world is at equilibrium, ladies and gentlemen. There's an energy flow. It's not fixed. But when you start to experience everything as fixed, then you have grounds to attach, because now you are here and things are there. Then you attach. You go behind them. This is what you are doing when you are playing games. If you are addicted to this, of course, you don't have to stop doing those things. What you have to do, understand what you are doing. Mind is not there to control the mind. What you have to do is understand the mind. That is the difference between you and an animal. What does animal do? Eating, drinking, sleeping, and having sex. And how about you? You're also doing that. Not the fourth one, but other things. Right? Eating, drinking, sleeping, and getting afraid, being stressed, depression. Even dog doesn't have these things. He is having a fun life rather than you guys. Come on. And we think that the blissful planes, right? Right? Humans are in blissful planes. Oh my God. You know what? Look at your pet. He is having a good life rather than you. He doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to go to school. Do you agree or not? I'm not saying don't go to school, right? I'm saying think about your life in a different way, because you have to understand who are you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a human being. You have a special mind to understand about the mind. Pizza doesn't give you happiness. Coffee doesn't give you happiness. Game doesn't give you... Call of Duty, is that the game you play? Now what, 6, 7? Last game I played is 6, I think. Call of Duty 6. You see, it's a very long time ago, right? That doesn't bring you happiness. So what brings you happiness? There's only one thing. That is realization. Realization brings you happiness. That realization will set you free. That's why in the Holy Bible also say, what? The truth will set you free. You have to understand the truth. What is the wrong idea that you have now? I said earlier, the wrong idea, misperception leads to, because of the wrong idea that we bear, right? What is the wrong idea that we have? We have wrong idea that world is fixed. Melbourne is fixed, right? Melbourne? What do you call here? Berwick. Berwick is fixed, right? Your home is fixed, right? This temple is fixed, right? The food that your mom cooked is fixed, right? You are fixed, right? I am fixed, right? This pen is fixed, right? See? You know that? Electrons, protons, neutrons, they don't stay like this. They are shaking. There's a vibration happen here. Not only here, there. That means, ladies and gentlemen, this world is at equilibrium. It's not a fixed world. You can't expect the same perception another time. Each and every moment, fresh moment happens. Agree? Did you understand something? Or did I make you confused more? That's why I told you, this is not a conventional thing that I'm talking. Right? You know, I was having a good life. And good wife as well. Right? A prestigious, like, you know, those days, when I left my life, I had a grant. My supervisor had 5 million AUD grant. We had enough money to spend another 5 years of research. You know how academic career, right? I have published 52 research papers. I left everything because why? I found the true meaning of the life. This is the true meaning. To find the unconditional happiness. You don't have to come to robe, but you have to start thinking about your life in a different way. Otherwise, queen and the pawn goes back to the same box. You will go this, the snake and ladder game, right? Have you done snake and ladder, right? Game. At the end of the 100 box, there's a huge snake that brings you back to the what? 0. Then you have to start, you have to reset, tick, and then you have to start again. This is how you came to this world. Last life, you had this same problem, fixedness. And this life also, you have the same virus, right? Are you going to satisfy yourself? This is like filling a bucket that has no bottom. That's why when you're eating a pizza, you feel that you are eating a pizza, but pizza is going to your body, right? Mind doesn't receive a pizza. Agree or not? mind feels like some ghost is happening. There's a ghost. You feel something, and then what happened to that feeling? Then in order to keep that feeling, what you do? You know how you eat potato chips. It's like a machine, right? You want to keep that feeling, right? Those days, when I was driving, I had a lot of potato chips bags, left side. I'm not touching the gearbox. Sorry, not gearbox, the gear. I'm touching what? There's a packet. Because I want to keep that experience again and again and again. See? The vexing mind cannot feel what? Vexing mind doesn't... the mind that want cake, right, doesn't get the cake. The mind that gets the cake doesn't want a cake. Did you understand what I mean? Then when are you going to finish wanting cake? No. Wanting mind doesn't receive cake. Eating mind doesn't want a cake. This is the joke of the life. Did you understand? Wake up. Now you can enjoy the wonderland again. When you're listening to the sermon, you go this way. You go along with me, with us, right? And after that, you can't come out of. You normally goes back to your normal life. I know one thing, right? This is not our last meeting. But I need you to start this journey. Because the happiness that I'm experiencing right now, right, I never experienced before. It's like when you have a headache since you were born, and one day you meet a doctor, and who gives a tablet, and because of that tablet, now you start to slowly realize, oh, I had a headache, because now it's slowly now curing, because of that happiness that I'm experiencing, that comes within. You never experienced. That is the root cause to all the sufferings, because of the wrong perception. You feel everything is fixed. Do you have any questions?
So when you say like happiness, like true happiness would be when you have no suffering in your life, correct?
So then when, with our normal day-to-day life, we usually we tend to follow pleasure, which is like, where, we're sad about something that we don't have, and then when we get it, we're very happy about it. So in that case, when you say true happiness, is it just like a constant state of relaxation and like a peace of mind, or is it like a very, very high, like you're very happy about it kind of state?
It's not elation,
okay.
Right? It's like something like this. The happiness that you experience is something like this. The mind is vexed to receive something, right? When the next mind is receiving, right? I cannot, because that there's a whole lot of another part of this session. I have to explain everything, but I can explain like this. You feel that you are existing, right?
Yeah.
One guy is there, right? You don't feel that separate minds. Even though separate mind is there, do you feel separate minds? Oh, you feel the same guy. Same guy, right? Okay, same guy is being vexed, and same guy wants this thing, right? Now mind is under pressure. You are under pressure. Then you receive whatever you want. Then what happens? The pressure reduces. You feel, what? That is the happiness. Actually, that is not the happiness. That is the reduction of that vexation. Right? It's a deception that you have, that you feel that It's a happiness. It's not the happiness that you are looking after. Right? Mind is vexed to feel what? Serenity, peace. That's why I'm saying, when you don't suffer, that means when you don't run, when you stop running behind the happiness, that brings the happiness.
Yeah.
It's like juggling. You know juggling? When you keep doing it, it comes down again, right?
Yeah.
Then what you have to do? You push it back, right? Because of that, what happened? It comes again. When you stop doing this, it's done. Now you can say done, right? But you don't feel it. What do you think? Oh, happiness is keeping the ball on the air, right? Then you keep doing it again and again and again and again and again. You cannot stop. That is exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
That is serenity. That should be a peace in your mind, but you do everything. You know how much work I am doing. I'm only sleeping 4 hours, 3 hours. How long are you sleeping? Like usually 5 hours?
I aim for 7 hours.
7 hours. See, 7 hours, 8 hours. I'm not sleeping. I don't know. I can't remember whether I slept 7 hours. I'm sorry. No, I'm super busy. With what? Healing minds, mending minds, and healing hearts. I'm not thinking about myself. I'm sacrificing myself towards the others. That's what I'm doing right now as well. You know, that brings happiness. Actually, unconditional happiness. You are not doing things for you. You can't do that because why? You feel, I'm going to lose something. No, darling, you are not going to lose anything. You are not going to lose anything. See, I don't have anything right now. Do you think how many stuff I have? I have what? 2 robes, 1 arms bowl, one is on my, one robe is on my body and the other robe is in the dryer now. Inside the dryer. Right? I have nothing. Only these 3 things that I have. But I am using everything. Didn't I use this? Huh? You saw that I am using it, right? I am also drinking water, see? Ladies and gentlemen, have this statement in your life, into your life. Have and use everything, but own nothing. Because ownership is a projection. It's a mental projection. Your car doesn't know that it belongs to you. Your pen, whatever the pencil box, doesn't know that it belongs to you. $50 doesn't have a value of $50. You know, $50 note, they don't possess any value. Value is what we have given because of the ignorance in the mind. So use them. I'm not saying don't use it. Use it. Use it wisely.
Yeah. So then with ownership, you could say that brings forth suffering because you're constantly worrying about. So like say you get a new car, you're like constantly worrying, if you're going to crash it, someone's going to steal it, so there's more problems with that. Okay. Yeah.
But use it.
Yeah.
I don't, why you're getting things? Because what you give is what you get. You have given in the past, because of that you are now getting things. You are receiving things because you have given in the past. Right? Enjoy these things. I'm not saying don't enjoy. Don't use it. Use it for the purpose of the life. You need food for what? Don't you need food?
Yeah.
For what?
Survival.
To feel satisfied. When are you going to satisfy with food? Tell me. Tell me at some day. Tell me one day. Tell me which day are you going to satisfy with? Oh, I'm not going to eat KFC anymore because I'm done. Macca's, huh?
Once you're in the grave.
No, in the grave also. Believe me, even though you're in a grave, right? Peretya will be there, right? He will come to the KFC and home is where your heart is, isn't it? For the Peretya also, home is where his heart is. Okay, then Peritya will come where? The KFC. You don't know how many Perityas is there at your place. And I don't know whether you understand Peritya. Peritya means the spirits.
Bhante, I was just looking at it, Brighten actually means hungry ghost, so it's really interesting to say, Bhante, that
Hungry?
hungry ghost.
Hungry ghost. Peritya.
So it's hungry meaning it's the insatiable desires.
Exactly. 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 Oh my God, it's now 10 minutes to 10. Did you realize that it's almost 2 hours we were talking? 2 hours or 1.5 hours?
Still one.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. This is not going to end, eh? This is not our last meeting. I know. Have you seen Matrix?
Yes.
The red water and the blue water, and it feels like.
Okay. Now I am offering. Red tablet or blue tablet. See, Morpheus is like bald head, right? You are Neos. Which tablet are you taking? If you take this.
But Bhante, ignorance is bliss.
Huh?
Ignorance is bliss.
That's what people say. If you take this, you can enjoy in this wonderland, right? But you will never going to be satisfied. If you take this, come along with me, I'll show you how to bring the happiness that comes within. I left this life because I knew that I'm going to find this. Not only me, my back then wife also. We both went there. And she also got ordained. She's there as well. We experience it. We have no problem. I'm super busy, like you. Actually not like you, like more than you. Because I have a purpose in my life. See, when I ask you purpose, today I don't know, tomorrow might be different. See, different purposes. Thank you very much for listening. I know it's really hard to sit like this for 2 hours. I'm sorry about that. Right? Back then I didn't have, when I sit like this during meditation, oh my God, I hate. Right? Thank you very much for listening.
I think they have a question too.
Okay.
We can go up to 10.
Is it?
Yeah, it's up to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bhante, so we just had, thank you so much, first of all, Bhante, for just the valuable, just the sermon, really, really insightful, Bhante. We just had some questions that we had prepared, but if you guys have any questions while I'm asking these questions or about any of the answers Bhante gave, just feel free to raise your hands and I'll pass them on. With the first question, I think it's very pressing because I think, can anyone give me a raise of hands who's at university at the moment? Raise your hands. High school? Yeah, so primary school?
Kindergarten.
So I think most of us, most of us here tonight, including myself, are students, and we're facing the pressures of assessments and exams. And I think for a lot of BC students, it sucks, and for university students, it's end of semester exams. So whether it sucks or university finals, exam season can be a stressful and anxious time a bit. Could you offer some guidance on how students can approach their studies and exams successfully while managing stress and anxiety in a healthy way that protects their well-being? Because a lot of us, even I've experienced, we study and we've studied and we go to the exam though, and then sometimes there's a bit of a blank or we don't perform as well, or maybe not just exams, but the way we approach our studies, maybe is it a misperception? How could we, what is the right way to perceive our studies in a way that doesn't bring us the associated stress and anxiety?
When you think about the exam, the stress starts to happen, right? When that thing, I need to face up for this exam, along with that thought, stress start to manifest, right? Isn't it? Just before that thought, did you have stress? after that you are eating something, let's say a piece of cake. Do you have stress? No. Stress is associated with what? The feeling, the sense of what? Oh my God, I have to set for the exam. Agree or not? Ladies and gentlemen, what you have to understand is, it's not you are going to set for that exam. Right? What you have to do, right? It's not you are going to set for the exam. Exam is actually something is happening in the future. When the causes are there, it will manifest. Right? What you have to do is, okay, if you get the thought that you have to set for the exam, what you have to do is get ready for that. But instead of getting ready, what you are doing, breathing in and breathing out doesn't, like breathe in, just your, whatever the things that in the book, it come to your head by breathing. No, right? If the thought come to your mind that, okay, I have to set for the exam, then what you have to do? What you have to do? Study. You feel, I don't know whether I would be able to do that or not. Yes, of course. You don't know. So what you have to do? Study. That I had this experience. Just before you sat for the exam, I sat for the exam. That happened during my undergrad. I looked, we study on the way, and also just before entering to the door, you look at the things, right? Notes. And, okay, this is, right? And then after you sat for the exam, when you see the question, yeah, this is very easy. And you keep that, and you go and answer other parts. And what happened? Later, when you come to there, now you are struggling with what? Now you are struggling with what? Now, memorizing what happened. What were you reading just before the exam? Do you have this kind of experience? Ladies and gentlemen, what you have to do is do the right thing at the right moment. Right? What you have to do is, when you have a thought, okay, that I need to set for the exam, okay, then you have to study. Now change the courses, right? Now read whatever, start studying it. But instead of studying, what you are doing is, you are vexing. Because why? You feel after completing the exam, your life will be what? Puppies and rainbows. Believe me, it never happened to me. After doing the exam, your life is not going to be puppies and rainbows, right? Believe me. How many exams that you did for so far? How many exams that you have done? Then why you are in the same place? Right? That means, in our monastery, we have 120 children, kids from 7 years to 18 years. They are also sitting for the exam. They are not doing only meditation and these things. They also they also study Cambridge syllabus. They also study local syllabus. They sit for the exams. But they don't feel stress. Because we show them how to sit for an exam, how to sit for exam, right, without being stressed. Because you have to make courses on the right moment. When the thought comes to you, okay, now what you have to do? Start studying. Because you have a wrong idea that after completing this exam, that you will be over the moon. No. You will be under the moon. Agree or not? Any exam? Yeah.
First of all, thank you for the talk today. I really appreciate it. I just had a question. I don't know if I can speak for everyone here or if there's enough time to answer it, but a lot of the stuff that has been said today kind of leads to the conclusion of we should just kind of detach from wanting so many things, and it's something that we've been told through a lot of different means. I think this is very digestible, but my question is, if we are attached to this concept of perception, and if all like the pieces in a chess game all go to the same box, why should we bother to even do school or please our parents or do whatever things we do in life if it doesn't matter at the end of the day? Or what's the purpose of it?
Okay. When in Romans, do as Romans do. When in Romans, do as Romans do. You don't have to become a Roman. But when in Romans, do as Romans do. You born to this world, right? People have established conventions, right? Live with that convention. I'm not saying don't do any conventions. That means you have to sit for the exam, you have to sit for the exam, you have to pass an exam, you have to become whatever the career, whatever you choose, right? What I'm saying, there's a nice quote in Shakespeare. Life is a drama. Life is a drama, yes. World is the stage. God is the director. And we all are actors. If we all are actors, then do acting. Why bothering? Why worrying? Because you feel that you're going to be, okay, this is truly reality. Ladies and gentlemen, reality is something beyond this. You have to understand the reality and live with the convention. Now what happened to you is, convention becomes the reality. Did you understand my point?
Yeah.
$50 value, $50 note doesn't have a $50 value. But how do you feel when I give you $50 note? $50. See? This is the mental projection. When in Romans, do as Romans do. That's a simple answer. What I am doing, why I am wearing a robe, why I am using all these things, why I am drinking water, to maintain the life, right? In order to live your life, you need to find four requisites: food, shelter, medicine, what else? Clothes, water, food, right? These are the four requisites. In order to find four requisites, there's a way to find four requisites, right? Then you have to do a job, you have to find a place. This is the life that you're spending. Agree or not? Okay, do that. But I didn't mean to change your actions. I mean, I want you to change the perspective. The way you look into your life. Changing action doesn't do anything because mind is the master of the body. Isn't it? Have you seen Johnny English? It's in Johnny English too. Mind is master of the body, Johnny. That means perspective. Change the perspective, then you won't feel suffering. You want to live happy life, right? You don't want to stop doing things. I don't ask you to stop doing things that you do. I showed a way to be happy and do whatever you do. Do you understand what I mean? Did you understand? Do acting.
Thank you very much, Ben. So we have one more question. It's, do you guys have any follow-up questions in regards to the answers Bhante gave so far? Alright, I'll just move on with the questions. So the second question is about, so I'll just read it out. Bhante, the constant allure of smartphones is undeniable and is a real productivity killer for students, youth and adults alike. It's truly a universal issue for humans. many of us, myself included, can find ourselves mindlessly scrolling through social media or the news for extended periods, or YouTube. This doom scrolling, as it's called, can leave us feeling drained. Could you offer some guidance on how to cultivate a more mindful relationship with our devices? How can we overcome the tendency to mindlessly scroll and establish healthier habits when it comes to our smartphones, Bhante?
Okay, when you're looking at your phone, what do you see? Colors, right? What do you see right now? What do you see right now? Colors. Is that the phone is giving you color, or color is being perceived? Tell me now, you learn something. Color is being perceived. Okay, that means, ladies and gentlemen, looking at phone and looking at this doesn't have any difference. When you understand that, you won't addicted, you won't attached, you won't hooked to the phone. Then you will use the phone wisely for the purpose. Don't you? Why people have invented a phone? To make life easy, right? Isn't it? No. To make life more complex. How many apps you have? How many WhatsApp group you have? How many Facebook chats you have? How many menus you have? Where's the chat? You are searching everywhere, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not asking you to stop using phone. In this era, you have to have a phone and use it. Use it for the purpose. YouTube short, what are the Instagram, whatever, shorts and Instagram. This is a whole sermon again. Okay, we can give an answer. Simply answer is, think about the purpose of a phone. I'm not asking you to stop doing everything. Understand the purpose of a phone. You have to change your views in your mind, not the action. Changing the views leads to change in the action. I cannot tell you, oh Buddha, don't using phone, right? Phone is bad, there's a bhutya inside the phone. I can't tell like that. This is 22nd century, 21st century, right? You are living in 21st century, right? Okay. Because that's what I heard before. I don't know whether this is 21st or 22nd. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's 21st years. Ladies and gentlemen, what you have to understand here is use the phone wisely. When you realize that there's no difference between watching a video and watching this glass and watching this flame, right? Then you won't go after contentment from phone. It's like this. You're using a dangerous. It's like this. It's like this. You are covered with petrol. Now you are using a device that has flame. Are you ready to use it? You are covered with flammable liquid. Now you have given a device now that it has flame. Are you ready to use it? No. What you have to do? Get rid of the flammable liquid. Wash it out. Then you will be able to safely use the phone, whatever the device. This is something, analogy I'm telling you. You know that the phone, you can use the phone for the purpose. What is the purpose of this pen? Marker, I'm sorry. To write. Okay, what is the purpose of your phone? For the contentment. Happy? happiness? You know what you're doing? You're wiping the, not wiping, you're scrolling? No. You're cleaning the tempered glass. Think about the action that you do. You're cleaning the tempered glass every day. See, it's like this. This is the action you do. Understand that first. Because colors are not in the phone. The phone is emitting light rays. You are not watching a movie. Who is the director? Not the director who creates the light rays. You are the director, because you watching light rays and you create colors within you, and then you see the demarcation and you feel that this guy is now hitting that guy. That's an illusion, ladies and gentlemen. When you know, that's why I told you, when you know the logic of the magic, then you won't feel it's a magic. My ask of you is, let's understand the logic. I don't want you to stop looking the magic, watching the magic. See, I think this is the first monk that you ever met. What I'm saying is, use the phone. Right? I'm not asking you to stop using phone. I'm asking you to think about why are you using the phone. Do you understand? Perspective shift. Morpheus.
It's really interesting about that, because one thing I was reflecting is that everything we do is governed by, personally when I try to reflect on my life, is that we are always searching for happiness, in other words, a better way to express it is freedom from suffering. We come to this sermon because we don't want the suffering of our parents scolding us, or because we actually genuinely seek freedom from suffering. Or we could do exams because we want to get a job and we don't want to face the suffering of unemployment, or we get an Instagram account because we don't want the suffering of missing out, or etc. etc. Everything is governed by this very root, this fundamental desire to be free. Even the person who jumps off a bridge after a relationship breakup, it's to be free from the pain of that stuff. So this freedom from suffering seems to be this underlying motivation mechanism that's driving. So Bhante, are you saying that we should recognize this desire, recognize this fundamental drive, and understand what really gets us to that happiness that we are fundamentally seeking?
Yeah, because
we are doing all these other things that think will give us freedom from suffering, but it isn't. But Bhante, you are saying that what Bhante, you are saying is this is the ultimate way, this is the direct way. Don't go through the maze, and is that
exactly what I'm saying is, the mind has been projecting. Whatever the mind feels is coming from the outside. You haven't experienced the things that is in the outside. You have experienced things that is manifested, that is created, that is fabricated in the mind. That means you haven't sensed what is happening here, right now. Do you see me? Have you seen me? No, this is your mental projection. Ladies and gentlemen, when you understand that, right, you are living alone, you are not actually dealing with the outside world, then how can you make happy from the outside world things? That is the root that I'm talking about, very deep thing, right? Simply you can say like this: when you project happiness is coming from the outside, then you are running behind that. When you find that happiness is not with material objects, because these are carbon, hydrogen, electrons. Electrons, proton, neutron. Electron, proton, neutron doesn't have what? Happiness. Do you understand that? Electron, proton, neutrons are energy. If you know quantum, this is a cloud of energies. Electrons, protons, neutrons doesn't possess any happiness, but mind is now projected that happiness is coming from where? Outside. So you go run behind that. That is the virus in the mind. That's why I told you, you have born into a prison. You are born into a bondage that you cannot smell, taste, touch or think. I'm reiterating the Morpheus conversation with Neo, right? Because your fathers, your parents, your uncles, your aunties and your teachers, they didn't know about this because they're also in the same system. We are all being fed with these ideas. This is the Mara concept in the Buddhist. Have you come across Mara? Mara concept in the Buddhist scripts? This is the Mara concept. Mara means ignorant mind. Buddha means mind with wisdom. Do you understand what I am talking about? Mind with wisdom, mind understand about the mind is the Buddha. It's not a person. I'm not saying there were no one there back then, 2500, but the concept I'm talking about, that's written in the books. Did you understand what my point? What I'm saying is, when you realize that nothing is coming from the outside, happiness, colors, sound, smell, taste, pizza doesn't have pizza taste. Salt doesn't have salty taste. Saltiness. Saltiness is what mind feels. In order to feel that saltiness, you need to have tongue. Without the tongue, salt cannot give saltiness. Do you understand this point? Mango doesn't have mango taste. Am I turning you upside down? That's what when people met Buddha, they say, Abhikantam bhogotama, abhikantam bhogotama, sayyatapi bhogotama, nikkuchitang va kuchaya, patichannang va viharaya. They say, oh Buddha, you have turned upside down me. You have turned me upside down. I realize, oh my God, this is the paean of joys that they have uttered. The people who met the Buddha. Today you slightly experienced that. If you understood my point. Otherwise, I don't know, we told something that color is not here. I don't know. Right? I brought Buddha to you. That's why I'm wearing the same robe as he does. Teruan Sarnai. If you have any questions, if you don't want to go home, you can stay with me. Red pill, red pill.
I'll just quickly wrap it up right forward. So, Bhante, I just want to extend my heartfelt gratitude we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to both Venerable Dr. Atrugiri Mahindathera and Venerable Atmanani Bhakavathera as well, for generously being here, and Bhante for sharing your profound wisdom and experience with us today. Through your teachings, we are reminded of the timeless relevance of the Dhamma in navigating the complexities of modern life. May the Dhamma continue to flourish and guide us all towards finding true peace, happiness, and liberation. And to all of you here, thank you very much for joining us and for your thoughtful participation. Your questions and engagement helped make this discussion something truly special and enriching. May the Dhamma continue to flourish and guide us towards finding true peace, happiness, and liberation.
Teruan Sarnai Silvana.